From the stars to our soul, it's worth more than all the gold. Native strength, native strength. If you've watched my channel much, you've probably heard me speak about medicine wheels, and you might have heard me talk about teaching triangles, and that's what this video is about today. Now, triangles, unlike medicine wheels, don't roll along smoothly. They struggle to find some balance on a pinnacle, and then they inevitably come crashing down. So a triangle is not something you really want to find yourself on. And there are two main triangles, and the one I'm going to discuss today is the victim, persecutor, rescuer triangle. You might have heard of it before. Now, this kind of a triangle can take place in any relationship, any dynamic. It could be a work relationship, a social relationship, but they're more commonly found in romantic and family dynamics. One person wants their way. They're forceful about it, and they become the persecutor. The person who's being asked to do something they prefer not to do is the victim. The one who takes their side is the rescuer, even if they can't save them from the repercussions of angering the persecutor. Now, these roles are always changing. The one who commiserated with the victim in the prior scenario may be the one who's asking favors of the persecutor the next time around. And because these roles change frequently, each person will take turns feeling as though the other two are at one point or another on their side, like they understand them and love them. And this is what keeps the relationship going, because two of the three always have someone to be united against. They have something in common. If you take away this dynamic, they may realize that they actually have very little in common. Their unity in this triangle is what keeps the relationship going. If the people have grown to actually like one another, as they usually do, this triangle will be a hard habit to break. Subconsciously, or even consciously, one or more of the participants may realize that if this toxic triangle ceases to exist, the relationship between the individuals involved may also disappear. And because of this, many people will find themselves actively working to keep this dynamic going, mostly because they don't know how to have a healthy relationship. Sometimes we know the situation is toxic. We realize that if we don't count the few times that this toxic individual is supportive when someone else is persecuting us, the relationship really has no redeeming value. And this is a scary reality to face, particularly if we've spent years with someone like this, raised a family, shared a home, and have other assets with them. We're invested. It can seem easier to continue playing the game than to find a healthier way to live. The thing is, though, eventually this triangle will come crashing down. Each of the participants has their breaking point. The person who is expected to play the rescuer role will simply not. They won't have any sympathy left anymore. They'll expect things to change. The person who's the persecutor may take it too far, and forgiveness may no longer be possible. Or the victim will get tired of being victimized and decide to stand up once and for all. Many people avoid ending these relationships because it's never easy. It's dramatic and messy. But at some point in time, they all end, one way or another. So if you find yourself in one of these triangles, ask yourself, how do you want it to end? Do you want it to be on your terms, where you are in control of the narrative and have a say in what happens? Because sometimes
they end in tragedy. People have lost their job, their money, and even their life when they let these triangles go too far with the wrong people. So be alert, be safe, and be aware of the victim, persecutor, rescuer triangle, because nothing good can come from it. Thank you for watching.
From the stars to our soul, it's worth more than all the gold.